Hello, my name is Natalia Porsche, and I'm an attorney who is based in Biloxi, Mississippi. I practice family, immigration, and criminal defense laws. And in this video, I will talk about Albright factors. Albright factors, those are the factors that a chancellor will take into consideration in Mississippi in deciding to whom to award physical and legal custody of the minor child or minor children. First factors, their age, health, and sex of the child or a children. Factors number 2, determination of the parent that had the continuum of care prior to the separation. For example, if mother was with the child majority of the time, she was homestay mom, and dad was working most of the time. Therefore, this factor likely will favor mom because she spent majority of her time with child. Number 3, which parent has the best parenting skills and which has the willingness and capacity to provide primary child care. Let's say mom is working part-time, dad is working full-time. Schedule of mom's employment is more flexible than schedule of dad's employment. So this factor will likely favor mom. Number 4, the employment of the parent and responsibilities of that employment. Again, talking about employment, let's say we have mom who works from 4 a.m. in the morning till, let's say, 8 p.m. in the evening. And we have dad who works from 8 a.m. in the morning to 5 p.m. in the evening. So this factor obviously favors dad. Why? Because his working schedule is more flexible than mom's schedule. Next, physical and mental health and age of the parent. Here, a chancellor will look at any physical conditions, let's say physical medical conditions, serious medical condition, or mental health problems. Let's say if either party suffer from anxiety or kind of some other mental disorders. So chancellor also will take into consideration the health of each parent. And of course, the main factor here is the best interest of the child. Number 6, emotional ties of the parent and child. Again, let's say we have dad who worked part-time and he spent majority of time with the child prior to separation or divorce, prior to separation. And then we have mom who worked all the time. Let's say she is a CEO at the company. She's the CEO, so she works most of the time. So dad spends majority of the time with a child. Therefore, this factor favors dad. Moral fitness of the parents. Let's say we have 2 parents, and that's the next factor. So the judge, and let's say one parent, let's say, use inappropriate words in front of a child, call mom's names, and he uses alcohol in front of a child. So this factor will disfavor a parent whose moral fitness is obviously worse than the moral fitness of the other parent. Next factor, the home, school, and community record of the child. Here, a chancellor in Mississippi will look at the home, who spend majority of time with a child, who spend majority of time with child. Let's say who takes the child to school, who brings the child from school, who goes to see child's teachers in school, who takes the child to soccer practice, who picks the child up. So let's say if mom spent majority of her time taking care of a child, taking the child to all kind of events, and dad work all the time. So therefore, this factor likely will favor mom. Next factor, the preference of the child at the age sufficient to express a preference by law. In the state of Mississippi, it's 12 years old. So let's say if you have a child who is 12, then obviously this child can express with whom he's willing to stay. The question sometimes, which I'm asked pretty often is, will this be determining factor? Will this be a major factor? Well, no, the answer to this question is no, because this is one of the factors that a chancellor in Mississippi will take into consideration in deciding custody. But however, it's not a main factor. Next factor is stability of home environment and employment of each parent. Let's say we have two parents. One parent is moving from place to place all the time. Let's say they've never been married. And another parent has a stable employment, has a stable home, has a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. And let's say this parent has a stable employment. Therefore, this is more stable. Let's say dad has a more stable home, right, than mom. So this factor, for example, will favor dad. And other factors relevant to the parent-child relationship. One of those factors that could play here a major role is whether this child has another sibling. Let's say in Mississippi, judges really don't like to separate siblings, to separate brother and sister. So if one of the parent has another child from a previous marriage, then, a chancellor will try to keep them together as much as possible. If it's possible, of course, if there are no other factors which could be detriment to the best interest of the minor child. And of course, the main factor is the best interest of the child. A chancellor, first of all, will apply this factor in determining who will get physical and legal custody over the minor child or minor children. If you have any questions about this video, you can reach me on my phone. It's our phone number here at the office is 228-229-7500. This was a general information only. It's not to be treated as attorney-client communication or attorney's advice. So you are welcome to give us a call and set up your consultation. It's 228-229-7500, and my name is Natalia Porsche, and I'm an attorney. Thank you for watching this video, for listening to this tape. Goodbye.